today's project, I've decided to make this lovely blouse that you see I'm currently wearing. And I'm going to be using the New Look pattern, this pattern right here that gives you 5 options. And I am doing the letter D option. So the most simple sleeve option is what I've chosen to do. I laughed a little because actually this print was not initially something I was looking for, but when you see that it's $2 a yard, it's hard to pass up $2 a yard of good quality cotton fabric. So it's still growing on me. It's not my absolute favorite color combination or design, but for $2 a yard, I can definitely get a nice shirt out of this. And even if it's not my favorite, if it's comfortable, and I think I can enjoy wearing it if the fit as well. So I decided to use this right here to make the blouse that I'm going to show you. And New Look, this is more of a modern pattern, not exactly vintage, but I don't know. I guess it could be classified if it's 90s, right? It's 1995, so I suppose it is a classically now considered as vintage. It's actually from Simplicity Patterns, which I suppose also owned the New Look company design. So yeah, this was really nice because I didn't have to do any adjustment to the sizing. It already went up to the correct size that I needed. And I just put it together quite easily in a rather short amount of time. So I hope you enjoy this video. I hope that it brings joy to you somehow, and that you also are embarking on this sewing journey with me. A big part of the reason why I wanted to even start a YouTube channel was to build community. So I would love it if you like and you subscribe, and also you make a comment and tell me about what you do, even if it's not sewing, if it's some other kind of craft or art or anything. I would love to know what that is, and if you have a channel, I want to subscribe to your channel. So please, let's make this a YouTube community and share our sewing journeys with each other. I hope you like this video. Let's get into it. So after cutting out the pattern pieces, well, I had a little bit of an interruption, as you can see. He really wanted a lot of attention. But then I went to tracing the darts and marking each piece with my Choco pen. And then he interrupted again. Oh, Coco. He really wanted some attention that day. That's how cats are, I guess. So I traced off the markings, like I said, the dart markings, using a pen, and then the Choco pen. And never mind him in the background even now. And this took a bit of time, but tracing those off as correctly as possible is really, really important. And I did get a great tip from that 1940s sewing guide on how you can put the sewing pen to the point and then pull it all the way through, so that even on the other side you have the markings. And he's coming back again. But actually I had to redo this part too, because I had drawn the darts on the right side instead of the wrong side. So what you're seeing here, I did repeat this process actually on the wrong side and in the correct way. So then I went in and I stitched the armholes and the neckline, and I sewed all of those darts in place. I pinned them first like this, and then I went in and sewed all the darts. There were darts on the front pieces, there were darts on the back pieces, which is partly why it looked so good. And they came out really well. Oh, beautiful. and was able to iron them well. I don't have a tailor's hand, but I use a pillow, and it works pretty well, I think. And never mind that. So after that, I went in and stitched the shoulders together, and I did French seams on both the shoulder seams and along the side seams. I love French seams. They're just so neat and clean, and I don't have to worry about overlock stitching, and they're very comfortable to wear. And then I worked on the facing, and I finished all of the facing edge, the front facing and the neck back facing, by doing a rolled hem, so I didn't have to do overlocking. And I was going to French seam it together, the back facing and the front facing, but I ended up forgetting that part, so I did kind of like a faux French seam. Pardon my messy nails. We had COVID this week, so yeah, I didn't get as much done as quickly as I wanted because we were out of commission for a bit, but thankfully better now. Then I pinned on the facings and sewed them in place, just as you see here. And it looks really good. I did not do interfacing, which I don't regret. I like how it lays really smoothly and flat, and I want to get some better quality interfacing before I put interfacing in again. Then I moved on to the sleeves, and as you can see here, I did a higher hem. That way I could roll the sleeve and you're not going to see any of the unfinished fabric. Like, it looks like this one is finished. Okay, and then I inserted the sleeves, and they turned out pretty good. I thought, okay, maybe they're a bit bulky when I did the fitting. They seemed a bit wide in the sleeve opening. Oh, also I hemmed the bottom of the blouse at the same time, and that turned out really, really beautifully, I thought. And then you can see here I was going to add buttons on the side of the sleeve to make it not look so bulky, but I ended up removing those because it restrained movement. And this is the finished product, and here it is on me. So as you can see here, I'm going to move my arms back and forth, and I have much better mobility in the sleeves without the buttons, so I just kept them removed, but it's a possibility. And I'm going to probably wear it with overalls because I like these overalls. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and please like and subscribe and put a comment on what you're working on these days. Thank you so much.